Good evening. Welcome to Vibin with Ashley Live. I'm your host, Ashley Live, and this is episode 165. I am so excited to bring back this next duo to my show. The incredible power couple, Fab The Duo, will be joining me. And they were actually on my show, episode 29, which was episode 29, December 2020. And now we're on episode 165. So Fab The Duo is Brendan and Greg, and they're known as the modern day Sonny and Cher, but they both want to be Cher. And they're known for their energetic and honest approach to self-love. In April, they dropped their latest single, Nice Guy. They're coming on the show to talk all about it. And they have so much going on in the world of Fab The Duo that I'm so excited for you guys to get to know them a little bit more. So they are in the house. And guys, whenever you're ready, come on in. Let's get this party started. Hey guys, how we feeling? Will you be catching Fab The Duo on tour? They just announced tour dates. And what is your favorite Fab The Duo song? Hey guys!
Hi.
Hi.
Hang on, I'm typing into that comment section. Hang on one second.
All good. Take your time.
Hi, yo. Oh, I'm a slow typer. Okay. Boom. Okay, we're there.
Hey
Boom.
guys!
All right, you can see all of us.
All
hear
of
us.
us. There's
All of
only
us.
two of us.
Well, technically there's three. Our Fab the Trio, our dog always here with us as well.
She is.
Always makes an appearance.
Yay!
A celebrity guest.
How are you?
We are good.
How are you?
Oh my gosh, it's been so long.
I know. I was just introducing you guys. You were on my show December 2020, which honestly feels like a lifetime ago.
It really does. Like, I barely remember what we were doing at that time.
Pretty sure nothing.
Right?
Because there was absolutely nothing to do.
Well, you guys had just moved to LA.
Yes.
We were still in the middle of this crazy pandemic, and I just feel like so much has happened with you guys since we last chatted. So, first off, how's it going?
It's going well. We're still here.
Still here.
Yeah, it's been going really well, honestly. Like, once we got through the quarantine phase of being in LA, which was literally the first 3 months we were here, things started going back and kind of moving along just like we're used to, and then surpassed all that. So
Yeah, definitely once things started opening up again, that was amazing. And yeah, it was also interesting because it felt literally like we were starting over, because we literally were. I mean, we had built up a whole community and a presence in New York, and now it's like, all right, got to do it all over again. Do it all in LA.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's taken its time, but I feel like things are finally going in the direction we want, and yeah, it's been exciting. Definitely a lot has been going on lately.
Yeah.
So I guess, let's get back to, because you had a huge fan base in New York, and then you moved across the country to LA. So how were you able to build up your fan base in LA? Talk to us about that.
Yeah, I think the coolest thing, and probably one of the harder things that we realized, is that, everything that worked in New York, we didn't quite have did it work or did it not, because everyone we knew in New York was friends. So friends always support us and all that. But coming to a new place, everyone is new. No one's a friend yet. Everyone's a stranger. So we really got to hone in on what works on our end, what doesn't. And altogether it made us, stronger as a performer, stronger as a duo. We got more direction.
Yeah. The cool part about starting over is we literally kind of did a whole rebrand and sort of changed our sound and our look, and went a bit more edgy and casual and alternative. And yeah, I feel like is a way for us to all right, we're in a new place. We can literally clean slate, just start a new thing. And so it's been cool. It's been really cool seeing things build though, and having more shows and seeing more people come, and just seeing the response here. And
Yeah, I think that was the coolest thing. Is like our first show in LA, I think we had 35 people. And we were shocked because it was like, neither of us realized
35 people.
we knew 35 people, but like, you know, it's really cool because music reaches people however it reaches. So it's cool to be witness to that and to be a part of it.
Yeah, and so you played venues like the Hotel Cafe, Whiskey a Go
Yeah.
Go as well. What are some
Yes.
of your favorite venues to play at in LA?
I like Resident a lot, actually. Resident's really cool. It's sort of like a little secret in the Arts District.
Yeah.
But that's a really cool venue.
Yeah. Playing at the Whiskey was a dream.
That
We're
was
actually
really cool.
going back on the 27th of May, so that's exciting.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Hotel Cafe was funny because it's like a tiny, intimate space. And of course, us being the extra people that we are, brought our whole band, and like we were literally like all squeezed in.
Six people squeezed on like a very small stage, and no one could really move or anything, but it was still so fun. But yeah, like we've played with some incredible people. I mean, we did DTLA Pride last year, and that was super fun. And it's just been a dream.
Yes, very cool. So, okay, I got to ask you guys, now that you guys have been in LA for some time, LA or New York?
Knew this question was coming.
It's always
still
New York. Like, it's easier to live in LA, but all together, like, New York has something that no one else can
New York's special. It's just one of a kind.
Yeah, we miss it terribly, but I do not miss living there.
Yeah, definitely like lifestyle, I feel like, is a bit better. The weather, more chill, like.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's still something about New York that's just, it's hard to beat.
Yeah. Yeah, I think once you live in New York and it's like it becomes home, you're just like, oh, how do I go somewhere else?
Yeah, it ruins everywhere else, I feel like.
Yeah, but I feel like this move was very necessary for us.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's just so much more immediate opportunities here, and so that's why we came here.
Yeah, let's talk about that, because I think for music is insane. So let's talk about some of the opportunities that you've gotten now that you live in LA.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, our band, the people, we always have an all-girl band in LA, which I love.
Yes.
And just the quality of musicianship, and like everyone in our band has played with people from,
Becky G, Talia, to like even Jack White, to what's her
Tones and I,
thank you, like just amazing artists that we could only like dream of, and they've just like played with them, and it's just like, I feel like one of the things about LA musicians is that all of them are usually some type of artist themselves, or they're doing more commercial based music, whereas in New York, a lot of musicians there, all roads kind of lead back to Broadway or theater for them. So like it's just a completely different style and way of playing.
Yeah, much more
and
commercial.
They're very talented, don't get us wrong, but at the end of the day, like, we want performers on stage with us too. So if you get bored of looking at us, you look at our amazing performers on stage.
And then another thing is just like being around so many famous people. I feel like they're just more accessible than in New York. I know obviously there's still celebrities roaming around in New York, but it's a lot more hidden. LA, like anywhere you go. Our first show we played alongside Kevin McHale from Glee, which was really cool. I mean, in our restaurant jobs, like 2 days ago, I served Kelly Clarkson and told her about the band and stuff like that, which is just like so wild. I mean, Greg's told like Camila Cabello she's coming.
Yeah, Camila Cabello followed us on Spotify because she comes in a lot, and Adam Lambert came in the other day. It's just like, what's cool is that they're just always around.
Yeah, they're just there.
And you can just kind of you can kind of weasel your way in to their like little like, hey, this is us, we're doing this, we love what you do, anyway, goodbye. And it's pretty cool that way.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool, especially because like you've seen and served and been around so many musicians. Like when you said that you served Kelly Clarkson, I was immediately on her talk show, and I was like, oh my God, you need to shoot your shot and go on her show.
Right? That's what I mean.
Yeah, I gave her our band. She said she'd actually heard of us somehow, which was mind-blowing. She was like, yes, someone told me about it on American Song Contest. I'm like, oh my God, who told you?
Yeah.
She's like, I don't remember, but someone mentioned your name, and she was like, yeah, so I'll have to check you guys out. Like, so we'll see. Maybe we'll be getting a call from Kelly.
Let's
Never know.
I hope so.
Yeah, that's cool that you've been able to have all those different kind of experiences, and it's so cool where things are going now.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, we feel like we're leveling up for sure.
Totally.
Yeah.
So, congrats on the new single, Nice Guy. It came out.
Thank you.
We got to talk about it. Let's talk about the inspiration behind it.
Yeah.
Ooh, I feel like, I mean, honestly, a lot of it came from like, there's just been so many memes going around and like on social media and stuff, just like the typical like nice guy who like says he's a nice guy and then expects like, you know, sex and stuff from women. It's just like, but I'm a nice guy, and then they're like, sorry, I'm not interested, and then they go crazy and like they're not
call him a bitch or
nice
tease or everything. And it's like, you know, I think a lot of us, like, I've watched a lot of my friends go through this, and it was just like very much of a, you know, this is annoying, and I think it would make a really fun song to kind of make fun of them. Like the nice guys that say they're nice, but they're not really.
And you'll see, don't want to give too much away, but in our music video, it definitely showcases a guy who comes off as nice and then ends up not being as nice as you expect.
Yeah.
In a very funny way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like when someone says like, I'm a nice guy, you
The
don't.
It's always a red flag.
Exactly.
Run.
Like, you're saying because you think you are, but you're not. You're like hiding stuff.
Exactly.
Or they think by just like not being an outward total dick means they're just like owed everything. And it's like, well, I'm like not a terrible human, so like clearly every girl should want me, like, because I guess that's how low the bar is.
And it's very much in the, you know, obviously the straight community, but also in the gay community.
Also in the gay community too.
Like, there's always the so-called nice guy in every community. But yeah,
I feel like I've had to work on not being that person, because I feel like for a while that I sort of like made my whole personality on like, well, I'm nice, and then just sort of, you know, it's hard, you know, it's easy to just fall into that like.
It's as classic as it goes. Is like nice is different than good. You want a good guy. You don't want a nice guy.
And that's the difference between LA and New York too. Is that LA, everyone's nice. People like be friendly. LA's nice, but New York people are good.
They are not good.
Like, well, LA's more like outwardly friendly, but like don't actually care about you. Whereas New York like is rude, won't, you know, doesn't give a shit about you, but like if you're in need, they'll, I don't know.
Stretch it. I think I see some stretch there.
Wait, I heard LA people are like flaky. Is that true?
It's very true. Yes.
Super flaky.
It's like it's very flaky. Like,
well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, oh my God, we need to hang out. Oh my God, I love you. Like super like
he's still trying,
like friendly, and then just flakes on you. That's what I'm saying.
I get you.
Maybe
I don't think it's nice and good for New York or LA, but yeah, like LA is very flaky. Like, I feel like it's just all LA is very about like your personal time. You know, it's all about the finer things in life. Whereas I feel like in New York, it was very much of a why aren't you busy kind of thing.
Yeah, very
like,
hustle.
Don't you have something better to do? Whereas in LA, it's like, I have nothing better to do. That's the difference.
Yeah, that's interesting that you point that out, because everybody in New York is always busy. Like, always busy.
And if you're not, it's like weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, what are you doing? Like, come on, you need to stay busy. That's the hustle.
Like,
People feel like, I only slept for 5 hours. The next person, wow, well, I only slept for 4 hours. And then third person, I only slept, like, always just trying to one up how busy you are.
Yeah.
Where LA is more chill and there's not as many egos.
There's a lot of egos.
Oh,
but
egos,
there is
sure.
chillness.
It's weird. It's a different
Everyone's trying to be someone in LA.
It's a different kind of hustle. It's more like, oh, well, I hang out with like, you know, Doja, you know, that kind of thing. It's like,
you know what LA is? It's a networking city. Like, if you can find your way to network like none other,
Mm-hmm.
you can do really well in LA. But in New York, it's not really a networking. It's more of a
about
hard
working
work.
hard, yeah.
It's all about the hard work. Like, it doesn't matter. No one freaking cares who you know in New York. Like, not a single person.
Yeah.
But in LA, it's all about who you know.
Interesting. Yeah. And then in New York City, nobody looks at each other. Nobody talks to each other. Whereas in LA, you can talk to people and you can smile at people.
Exactly.
Right? Not weird.
Yeah, no, you can literally go out to someone and be like, oh my God, hi. One of the things that people do here, one of the first questions they'll ask you is, what do you do for work? Just to see if you're useful to them. So that's like a thing that happens in LA. Like, it's an interesting place for sure.
Yeah. And you never know where the next networking opportunity could come up. Because like,
it's very true.
Yeah.
be at the beach, you could be like walking down the street and then like somebody walks their dog and you're like, oh, hey, I'm a fan of yours.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, we were at a restaurant a few weeks ago and like a famous producer that Greg really loves was like sitting the table across from us.
Yep.
And we just pushed him and made him.
You know who Linda Perry is, right?
Of course I do.
That's who we were sitting right across from. Yeah, like literally she was right there, and yeah, it was a cool moment. I'm obsessed with her.
Did you shoot your shot?
We did, yeah. We got
her in her assistant's email, so Linda Perry knows who Fab The Duo is as well.
We sent her our music. We'll see if she listens to it or not, but
yeah, that's so cool because it's just like each day, like you encounter those kind of situations. You just never know what could pop up.
Exactly. Like, we were at a concert and, you know, Paris Jackson, Michael Jackson's daughter, was right there, and
next to Bryce Vine.
And it's just like, you just, you know, it's just cool because it's like you're just kind of around the same places as everyone else. And like, yeah, celebrities are people, but like it's always shocking to like see a really big celebrity. Like, for instance, whenever Camila Cabello and Shawn Mendes were together and were walking into the restaurant, like, it was so weird to see them in person. Like, and like, it's just like, wow, you're eating at a restaurant I work at. Like, I would have thought this was beneath you, like, you know, something like that. So it's just like weird because it's like all those conceptions of like celebrity fame and all that go out the window whenever you see them. Because, like, for instance, like Camila Cabello, I would have thought before I met them, like, they would always have paparazzis next to them. I would have thought that paparazzis would swarm. Then not a single paparazzi. Now, they did come in 5 minutes. They entered 5 minutes between each other and left 5 minutes between each other. So they never were seen together.
Probably why.
But there was no paparazzi that I saw. So, and I was like, wow.
Oh, and our friend who photographs us a lot is also like us paparazzi on the side. Like, he literally always gets insane pictures of like all kinds of celebrities. And then he's at our show taking our picture. And then the next day he posts like, I don't know, Paris Hilton or something like that. It's crazy.
Yeah, and I think the paparazzi in LA is insane. Like, in New York, I don't really see paparazzi unless it's like at premieres. Where LA, like, I'll see paparazzi and there's like 30 people in a parking lot waiting for somebody. They're like, oh yeah, somebody's in, you know, the grocery store right there.
Yeah, it's like an In-N-Out, and they find out that like Kim Kardashian, like, it's the most random places.
Yeah.
So what do you guys like what spots do you go to when you're in LA for eating, for going out? Like, what do you like to do in LA?
One of my favorite restaurants in LA is right near where we live. And it reminds me of my home in Texas because it's like Tex-Mex.
Yeah.
It's called Casita del Campo. It's a super cute, like, Mexican food place that has really good margaritas and, you know, good food. And it's just very homey. It's also very gay friendly. So I love that too. And it's just all around a good vibe. So yeah, that's one of mine.
This might sound kind of cliche, but like, I do really love the Sunset Strip. It just has like that couple blocks that like Whiskey A Go-Go and the Viper Room, and like we always go to Rock and Riley's, which is just like a great rock and roll bar, but like everyone who works there is super cool and they have great wings and it's cheap and there's always interesting people there. And like, I just love that like scene. It really feels like you're like taking a time warp back to like, I don't know, the 80s, back when like Def Leppard was like in its heyday and stuff. Like
Yeah,
people walk
that in
like
the Rainbow Room.
Yeah, like it just has such a cool rock and roll vibe, and I love it.
Yeah.
Awesome. What do you guys do for fun when you're not making music in LA?
Oh, I mean, unfortunately, we're working a lot.
We
when we're
work
not
full-time
making music.
jobs, and then we do this full-time job, so we don't have a lot of time. But
Yeah.
I would say, like, one of my favorite things is seeing shows and, like, just hanging out at home. Like, we're always, you know, as a musician, you always have to kind of be out and about and networking or doing something. That sometimes it's just nice to sit on your ass and just watch Netflix all night.
And I love going on. We live right by Griffith Park, which is really nice. Like I can walk there, so I try to like a few times a week go on a nice long run there and just listen to my music, and like there's no one around, and like it's like nature, but then you like go up and you still see like a beautiful view of downtown LA, and it's like a really cool like contrast of like nature and city.
Yeah.
And I like that a lot. There's a lot of great like hiking places, like Runyon Canyon if you ever want to hike and people watch and dog watch. That's like the place to go.
Yeah. I personally just love watching shitty reality TV shows. It's like a comfort for me.
What reality TV shows are you?
Selling Sunset.
Selling Sunset is my biggest obsession. I have to say, I love that show. It's just chaotic amazingness. And I do love the Kardashians, like sue me. And then I recently have just started watching, like, I've never wanted to, but I was getting my hair done one day and they turned on, my hairstylist turned on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And I was like really sucked in. So that's my next one. But yeah, like I don't know, finding other people just be dumb on TV is just really comforting.
Yeah, I love those like messy dating shows like Love is Blind or like The Ultimatum.
Oh yeah, and The Circle.
The Circle,
The
that's
Circle.
right. Yes. That's a good show too.
Yeah.
And I like that's the thing with reality TV is like I was watching something the other day. Remember when Real World was popular?
Yes, I love Real World.
I hear a lot of people talk about it.
Yeah, it was one of those things where it's like Real World, when Real World was happening, it was the only show doing it. It was like Real World and Road Rules. But now everywhere you turn, there are reality shows.
Everyone has their own reality show now.
Yep. You know what show I missed the most, though, as crazy and redonkulous as it was? I miss America's Next Top Model. That shit was crazy.
I did love that show.
I always watch that, and I would just be like, this is psychotic, but it's so fun to watch.
Yeah. And they definitely, I feel like, I don't know, like Married at First Sight and like 90 Day Fiance, like, who thinks of these shows? But guess what?
Like,
they do.
And who wants to do them?
It's so like these people.
Yeah, that is always the funniest. Is like, I just like, and you wanted to do this? Why did you sign up for this?
Someone I work with is on the next season of F-Boy Island, which is exactly how it sounds, as an F-boy. And I'm like, why would you do this? Why would you tell people about this? Like, I just don't understand.
Guess what? People are gonna watch it because people love stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna make fun of them the whole time.
So I want to circle back to Nice Guy. Let's talk about the creative process when writing that song.
Yeah. So this song actually we wrote like several years ago. How many?
We wrote right before, I think in 2020, right before like the pandemic started. I think.
Yeah.
We played it. I think at one show live acoustic before everything happened.
And it was.
Sort of forgot about it.
I kind of don't remember how we wrote this song. I think. it was one of those moments where it was probably like one of my friends was complaining about this, and then after they complained, I was like, Brendan, I think this would make a good song, and then we just made it up and came up with it. But yeah, I really
I'm having trouble.
I really don't remember writing the physical song, but I do remember creating it as an actual like produced track, and like I think it was very important to us that we introduced this like Blink 182 like you know, Bowling for Soup era like emo like feel. Like it just you know, for instance, like Bowling for Soup always made fun of the funniest people, like the funniest situations or something. And they would always have it paired with some like hard guitar. And so that was like really
Song
important.
felt like it needed to have a pop punk vibe.
Yeah,
to,
it
like,
just
work.
It kind of felt in that same world as like Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, or, you know, Girl All the Bad Guys Want, and like all these songs. And so we were like, that's kind of what the vibe we want. And then our producer, Nico, he was like, I got you, and came up with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it because it has that Blink-182 like early 2000s kind of vibe. And I
love that music.
A song like that in a while.
Exactly. And that was the thing, is like we have, that's where our like music
we both
taste
like
bridge.
Love that kind of music.
And so like
up.
we both kind of always have that in us, and like it took us a really long time, because I bet you whenever we were talking to you, we were still in like that pop phase, like and everything. And like, because as a gay artist, like it's really hard to not be dance pop or be pop, and like so many people expect you to be like, you know, the next dance pop artist as a gay artist, but that's not us. We wanted to be in the world as like Elton John, Adam Lambert, all these greats that are doing like rock. Like that's where we fit in. And I think the pandemic really helped us just solidify like this is what we're doing. And like I think the whole summary of this new era can be summarized in like one sentence, which is fuck it, we're doing it our way.
But I feel like it's also coming at a great time, because suddenly for like 5 years there was no rock, like nothing, like literally it was like Imagine Dragons and that was it. And like suddenly in the last year, like it's becoming mainstream again. Even a lot of the like pop stars, like, you know, Olivia Rodrigo has some songs that are kind of rocky and pop punk. Billie Eilish has some of that. Like Willow is doing it. And I feel like people are suddenly getting back into like loving emo music and pop punk and alt rock. And it's cool. It's kind of a fun time. Because for a while, I feel like no one was doing it.
Yeah, I love that you guys brought it back, because there's elements of that in other people's music, right? Like Billie Eilish and all those people. But yeah, I just wish more people would kind of go to that, because like growing up, you think of those emo songs like, oh my gosh, Blink-182 was everywhere when I was growing up. Like
literally,
Green Day. Like,
it exactly, it's everywhere, and it's also like cool to see who's doing it now, and it looks like a lot of people in our generation are bringing it back, and then the younger generation is like, oh, that's cool, I do like that, let me do that, and then boom.
But I also love now it's starting to become a lot more diverse, because like in the 2000s, I mean, almost all of the bands were just like straight white dudes doing it, and I feel like now like so many more like people of, you know,
of color, there's
sexuality,
you know, transgender people doing like literal rock, which is so badass. I mean, like rock and roll is all about, you know, not fitting the box and celebrating that. So like that's what we want to do. Like we're boyfriends who sing together, so like there's nothing that we can do that
we're
isn't
already
kind of rock and
out
roll.
of the status quo, so might as well make our music sound like it and not try to like fit ourselves in the box that we thought people wanted us in.
Yeah, and I think sometimes people look at artists and they're like, yeah, you have to be this way, you have to be that way, but it's like you just have to like let your authentic self come out, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I'm doing exactly what I want to do, I'm singing exactly what I want to sing.
Exactly.
This is how we feel with this new music. We're like, finally we're listening to it, I'm like, okay, this is what we've wanted to do for so long. This is like how we imagined we'd end up sounding. So it's really cool. Can't wait to, so there's so much more music coming out. Can't wait for everyone to hear it.
Yes. So for people who haven't heard Nice Guy, what do you want them to take away from this song?
The first thing that comes to my mind is that I want them to not even think about the fact that we may be gay. Number one. I want our music to resonate with anyone, and not just because we're gay. Number two, I want them to think, oh my God, these guys are fun. Like that's the thing about Fab, is more than anything, is that I want us to resonate as the fun band. Like we're just always gonna give you a good time, but
also keeping it real.
But we keep it real, and this song, like, it's very like fun, but I think people can relate to it because everyone knows that Nice Guy. Everyone knows
Mm-hmm.
someone with a nice guy if they haven't existed.
And I feel
in
like
their
this
life.
new music too has a little bit of, we're still fun, but it has a little bit of a darker edge, especially when you see the music video. Like, there's definitely a little bit more darkness. It's not just pure like, oh my God, we're having fun. Like, there's still like, you know, a message, and there's like a dark side to like, you know, guys who
Yeah.
think this way. And yeah, I'm so excited for the music, for people to see the music video.
Yes, and for people watching, the music video officially drops tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it does.
Yes. So, what's one of your favorite parts about filming the music video?
Yeah. So the favorite part is that we got to get a bunch of our friends together and put them in a room
and have them act, and we had
have them
friends
act.
who like never acted, like act together.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, music videos, it's pretty fun. I feel like we're like actually pretty good at it.
Yeah, one of the things we've always been good at is music videos. Like we do all of our music videos except for one have been shot in 6 hours.
Wow.
And that's how we do it. Like it's boom, 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 bam, bam, bam. But
there's like I think a thrill to it. It's like, okay, we have like this amount of time, we have to get everything.
Yeah.
And then like after seeing, like doing it and then seeing what it looks like after is like so cool.
And we come up with all the concepts for our own music videos, so that's always a fun process. Mm-hmm. And this one, we originally had another idea for it, and then it just wasn't working. And like literally the night before we were shooting, we scrapped that whole concept and did a whole new one. Showed up and we're like, so this is what we're doing now. And so this is how we're doing it, and boom, 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 and it just went so smoothly. And
this one was super fun. I don't think it's giving too much away because there's already teasers, but it's definitely like that school, like preppy school fantasy look.
Yes,
and
little
that was
gossip
just,
girl, little elite.
Yeah, like and it's just super fun, like having us and all our friends like dress up as little school kids, and then taking that and turning it on his head. And we brought a drag queen friend into it too, which is super awesome. She was the teacher, and like it was such a fun time.
And again, this music video is very much us. It's just like, it's kooky, but it's like rock, but it's also like just like you just look at it, you can't help smiling. And that's what we want. You want you to headbang while smiling. Like that's it.
Yeah, I love that, because you think of headbanging, but then you're like, oh my God, I'm having fun. But this is like it's just a mixture of all these emotions that you're feeling.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, this is definitely, I'm really proud of this video. And like, you know, this song, we were not expecting to, I don't think we ever expected to really release it, let alone the first one in the new era. But it just,
honestly, I thought this would be a throwaway song that maybe we'd put on our album, and then we heard our producer, like, what he did with it, and we're like, oh, shit, like, people need to hear this. Okay, let's go. So you never know, like, you know, it's cool, because sometimes you have one idea for a song, or you think this is going to be your favorite song, and then you hear the final product, and you're like, oh, wow, actually, like, this song is, like, you never know until it's done.
Mm-hmm.
But I love that this song came to life, because like you said, it may have been a throwaway song, or it may have just been like one of the that you just kept in the vault, and you're like, should we release it? So why this song? Why this time?
I think for us, the way I thought of it is just, one, hearing the song, it just made such an impact. Like it's funny because the song kind of does the same thing throughout the whole song until that big drop. And then that big drop kind of comes out of nowhere, and you're just like, oh, wow, we're here. But it's like in the middle of the second chorus. And it was something that I've never heard anyone else do before. And it was just like, it was one of those things. It was like, it's our most unique song at the time. And we were just like, this is cool, and it says something that I don't think anyone is talking about, much less any men talking about.
Yeah, or singing about, because I see people talk about Nice Guys, but like I haven't heard anyone sing a song about it.
Exactly. And then I also was like, you know, I feel like that line, you know, you say you want them, but do you really want them? Is just like a good question to throw out there sometimes. Like, you always want to ask that before you get into a relationship. Like, do I really want him?
And I feel like this song, the second we heard it, we already like had an idea for a music video. We were like, oh, like, obviously it changed a little bit, but like,
it changed.
But we still like, some songs you hear and you're like, I love this song, but I don't know if a music video would work, and you don't want to like force a music video. But this one was just like, oh, like we already had this idea for a music video, and then we're like,
yeah,
let's do it.
We just so this time is just best because it was the beginning of a new era, and it
but
pretty
also
perfectly
this song was like the bridge. This song was the closest because our like previous EP, Toxic Air and Attitudes, was like very kind of pop punkish a little bit.
Yeah, it had moments, but like like the biggest song from that was Somewhere in Delaware, and that was very pop punk. And like it was just like a perfect bridge song into the new world where we're going.
Yeah, because some of our upcoming songs are gonna be, y'all ain't ready.
Yeah, so I heard that a debut album is coming very soon. Is that true?
Maybe.
I cannot confirm or deny, but it is, yes. It will be
most likely this year.
It will be out sometime this year. It'll be sooner than you think, but longer than you want.
But let's say the production side of it is pretty much done at this point. At least our work
vocals.
is done.
Yeah, the vocals, we have recorded everything we're going to record on this album. And whenever we're on tour, we're going to perform several songs from the album. So if you're listening and watching, definitely get us on tour because we're playing several of our songs from the album on tour. So
you get a little sneak peek.
Yeah.
Definitely. And for those people watching that don't know, Fab The Duo is going on tour. You guys made this huge announcement. I'm so proud of you guys because this is like
thank you.
Your first one.
It's an actual tour.
It's like our first real tour.
And it's our tour as well. We weren't expecting to like have our own tour, honestly.
Yeah,
I thought we would like hop on another band's, but like
yeah, we are lucky enough to also open for some incredible artists like Aaron Carter, who you know did I Want Candy, and that was a shock. And then we're opening for the Queen, Betty who's like the pop queen, and she's incredible. We literally went to see a concert 3.5 years ago.
Tried 3 years ago.
And she was there. We were like, oh my God, we love her. We want to perform with her. And now 3 years later, here we are literally opening for her. So
manifestation.
That's pretty damn cool. And then we're performing at some incredible places.
We're going to, we're playing in Nashville. Neither of us have ever been in Nashville. I'm super excited.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. And
doing a hometown show in New York. So get to be back in our home again.
Yeah, we're just like super excited because we get to like take this new music, and not just new music, but we're literally changing the way we've performed. Like we usually perform with a full band. Now we're only performing with 2 band members
and tracks.
And then we're bringing studio sound with us with the like backing tracks.
We just bought in-ear monitors actually. Like they just came today. They're actually really hard to use, but it now it feels real because it's like, oh my God, we actually like it feels like so legit.
Yeah. So what's going to end up happening is that everything is upgraded. And we can't wait for everyone to see us and
we have new merch that you should all get.
Yeah, we do.
Yes, new merch. So what kind of pieces can people expect?
Yeah, so there's going to be some tour exclusives. So there's going to be a couple. We're going to have our own shot glasses, which is really fun. We're really excited about those. We're also going to have our own guitar picks. That's not it, but yes, we're going to have some of our own guitar picks.
I always lose my guitar picks.
And then we obviously have our logo tee.
A little crop top.
And crop top of our tour tee. So it's like our tour poster. And then we're also going to be at our merch stand signing posters and everything for people.
Posters and stickers. Going to have a QR code for
Very
21st century.
Yeah.
Awesome. So let's talk about getting ready for this tour. Tell me how excited you guys are. What are you looking forward to about being on the road and kicking off your first tour?
I think the most exciting thing is just being able to be in front of people, like for real again. Like the last time we were in New York and playing, there were still restrictions and there were still things, but I think most of that, if not all of it, is lifted.
Knock on all the wood.
And like, again, like
we're going with our producer. Sorry, I didn't mean
it. we are literally changing everything about what we've done while keeping the heart and soul of a Fab show intact. So like for us, like we're literally taking like that studio album sound and we're taking that on the road while also adding live instruments on it. So you're gonna get this like hybrid show. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be a big ass wall of sound, and it's gonna be it's just so cool that we get to play in so many iconic places and people, and it's just like, holy crap, this is actually the first step to a very big dream.
And it's like actually a good amount of dates, because you know we've done a couple like little like 3-day things here and there, and then it's just like ends so fast and we're like, oh, I was just getting like just getting started, but like this really like puts us to the test, you know. And you know, our shows, we really not the easiest, very vocally demanding. Yeah. So I think this is going to be a really good test, like, you know, throwing us in like, all right, sink or swim.
Yeah, and these shows, we've been working on this show that we're going to be doing. We've been working on it for like, I think a month now. It's been like in the works for a month, and then we finally got it to a point where we're like, this is good. This is where it's at. So like, we're just ready to just blow people away and do what we do best, which is perform.
Yes, I love that. So tell the beautiful people watching right now where they can find you on all your social media.
Yeah.
Ooh, yes. Everything is at Fab The Duo.
Yep.
We're on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, trying with the TikTok. All our music can be found on all streaming platforms. So Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora,
everything.
Tidal, every
literally anywhere music is streamed/sold, you can find us. Just type in Fab The Duo. We're the only one.
We are. And our website is fabtheduo.com. Super
if you
easy.
are tired of that all like confused you, just go to fabtheduo.com. It's super easy. Everything is right there. Or you can just go to our link in bio, and again, everything is right there. We make it easy for you.
Definitely. So for people watching that say, I love Fab The Duo, how can I support you guys on this musical journey? What do you have to say to them?
The number one thing is word of mouth is everything. I mean, the fact that Kelly Clarkson knows about us, that's only because of word of mouth. So the more you talk about us, the more we get out there.
Anytime someone shares, like even just like sharing our song on their Instagram story, being like, check out this song, like that means so much. It helps so much, like telling their friends and just like actively, you know, just listening to the music, engaging, commenting. If you are in an area where you could go to a show, going to a show, buying our merch would be super helpful.
Buying our merch is a great way because all that money goes straight to us. So that's even better. And then I mean, obviously the easiest ones are to stream music and like, you know, make sure that, you know, you like it. And if you don't like it, comment about it. Tell us why you don't like it respectfully. But even then, because, you know, we at Fab The Duo, we truly believe that the fourth member or the third member of us is the audience.
Okay, I was like, wait, if it's a fourth,
because we usually will have a musician.
Okay, I was like, wait, how many members are?
But yeah, the other member of us is the audience, and like, you know, we are still growing and we're still learning, and so one of the like most helpful things is literally just hearing feedback.
Yeah.
So,
and commenting, staying engaged, and yeah, definitely the word of mouth thing, like sharing it, all that stuff, huge.
And of course, I think we forgot to say this. Come to our freaking shows.
No, I didn't forget to say that.
Okay, I didn't.
No, definitely come to our shows.
Come to our shows. To be honest, like the shows are, you know, a lot of artists nowadays, I feel like a lot of artists, their end goal is just audio format, so like albums, singles, all that. But with us, like our end goal, like where everything comes to is our live shows. Everything will come together at a live show. But if you just listen to us, see, like Colette knows.
Thanks. That's like, where we thrive. That's like where we feel at home. It's like live, and there's just something, especially, you know, after the pandemic. And like going back to it, there's nothing like being in an actual room with other people. Like, I mean, yes, there's, you know, so many different like Zooms and all this stuff, but like something about being in that room at a concert with other people sharing that music, like there's nothing like it.
Yeah.
And so glad we can do it again, because oh my God, it was getting old.
Yeah. I truly can say with all sincerity that our music is made to be performed. And yes, it's great to listen to it, but seeing it live is where it's at. So
yeah, the live show was an experience, and the energy and the people, and it's
like
visual performance. Like, it's not just like, oh, I heard the song on Spotify. Like, you need to see it, like, and feel that energy.
Exactly. And so, you can come to our shows, and no matter what, we're going to give you everything we got. And that's our promise. So come see us wherever you can.
Yeah, we'll be on tour a bunch of different places: New York, Boston, Philly, Pittsburgh, Nashville, Harrisburg, Virginia, Pennsylvania.
No.
Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Not Virginia, Pennsylvania. I think I said all of them. Maybe I missed one, but we're all over.
Yes, guys, go see Fab The Duo. They're coming to a city near you. Buy the merch, stream the music, share it with a friend, add it to playlist.
Yes.
Do the right thing. Support my guys, Fab The Duo.
Oh, thank
you.
So, guys, that's all the questions I have for you this evening, but you guys are going to perform.
Yes, we are. So this song that we're going to do is the song we've been talking about all damn day. Nice Guy is the first one we're going to do.
All right.
And then the next one is one of the ones from our album.
Fuck it. I hear you're hanging out with this guy. Everyone says he's really nice. I'm telling you to think twice. Here's why. I bet when he was growing up, he always played by the rules. Never learned a thing for himself. Nothing to gain, nothing to lose. A nice guy, the kind of guy your parents like. But does he make you feel alive? Cause you say you want him, but do you really want him?
Isn't it a little strange how he always calls you babe? It's like he's reading lines off a page. Oh, it's making me go insane. I try to keep my mouth shut. It's like I've locked myself in a cage. But I'm breaking out and I can't be stopped. No, bitch, not today. A nice guy, kind of guy your parents like. Does he make you feel alive? Cause you say you want him, but do you really want him? A nice guy, nothing but a nice guy. I wish you said a goodbye. Cause you say you want him, but do you really want him? Nice. It's different than good. Nice. Different than good. Instead of a good guy. He's a nice guy, kind of guy your parents like. Does he make you feel alive? Cause you say you want him, but do you really want him? He's a nice guy, nothing but a nice guy. Instead of a good boy. You say you want him, but do you really want him?
Woo!
Yeah.
So, Greg, you gotta tell me about the line, the no bitch not today.
Yes, it is.
I love it.
Thank
Love
you.
it.
Thank you. I think it's so important to say that phrase. Like, no, bitch, not today.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're not doing that today. You just gotta, like, you can put that in anything. Like, you could be like, you know, do you want some, you know, salad? No, bitch, not today. Okay. You know, do you want to deal with negative energy? No, bitch, not today. So no matter where it is, just say no, bitch, not today. If you don't want to do it, no, bitch, not today.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I mean, I wouldn't say that at work, but like any other time.
Oh, yes, I hear that. You know, you can just say no, not today.
Yeah. Yeah, have a clean version.
But yeah, no, like, it's just, that song is so fun because it's just like, you know, you just get to rock out a little bit.
Was that the first time you kind of did like an acoustic version of it?
This is a second time.
We did an acoustic version way back in New York.
Whenever we just finished writing it, we like tested it out to hear if people liked it, and then we never played it again.
Yeah, I hadn't played it on the acoustic guitar in so long. I literally before this was like, wait, what are the chords that we were trying to remember? But yeah,
awesome.
It's fun.
Yeah. And then
So the second song is another preview of something that's going to be on our album. We actually wrote the song years ago, and we played it like way back at some of our first shows, but it had a little rebrand and a remodel, and it's called Where Are We Going? And I feel like it just encapsulates our lives, the world, like, and just hoping that, you know, things get better and not knowing exactly where you're going to end up, but just
knowing that it's gotta get better. And that's what this song is about. And yeah, it's called Where Are We Going?
Yay!
Do you remember the simpler times when the grass was green and the tide was high? Do you remember when you were innocent before life came by and took all your sins? I know it's not the end. It's like the blind leading the blind. Where are we going? I hope it gets better than this. Oh, where are we going? I hope it gets better than this. Better than this. We keep on swimming, keep on diving, we keep on running out of oxygen. Gotta keep climbing, even if we're falling. There were 1,000,000 miles to the other side. And all that I know is we keep moving forward. Where are we going? I hope it gets better than this. Oh, where are we going? I hope it gets better than this. Better than this. Better than this. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep diving. Just keep diving. How we going? I hope it gets better than this. Where are we going? Oh, just swimming, just advertising, just climbing, just falling. It gets better than this.
Woo!
Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank you so much.
Yes, that was so beautiful. So, do you have a couple moments for some questions?
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Guys, if you're in the chat right now and you have questions for Fab the Duo, please put them in the comment section below.
Yes.
Ask us anything.
Let's do it.
What does success mean to you?
Being able to do this full time.
Yeah.
Simple.
If we could do this and support ourselves with just this, that would be a win. And then after that, world domination.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What venues would you like to perform at that you haven't already?
Madison Square Garden.
The Troubadour.
Definitely the Troubadour.
I'm trying to think of what else.
Red Rocks would be.
Oh, Red Rocks would be dope. Honestly, anywhere in the UK would be freaking dope. That's
House
another
of Blues
place.
would be fun. Never done a House of Blues.
Yeah.
Love to play like a big festival someday, like Coachella or something like that. That's definitely a dream.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wembley Stadium.
Yeah, the festivals are really cool because it's like you're on the bill with so many incredible people.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. We're hoping to do some, if not this year, definitely next year. Yeah.
Have you guys toured overseas?
Not yet.
We haven't done any international shows yet. That would be super cool. Definitely got to go to at least the UK.
Yeah, I definitely want to do UK and definitely Australia. I think Australia would be such a fun place to go.
Yeah.
World domination. Let's go.
Exactly, right?
Ooh, what instruments would you like to learn next?
What instruments would I like to learn next?
Well, you keep talking about wanting to learn the guitar, but I don't know.
No, I don't want to learn a guitar. I don't have enough dexterity in my fingers. Honestly, I want to learn how to play my little finger pad. I bought like a little finger pad thing. I don't really know what it's called, but it's like you can play a bunch of sounds. You could even do like finger drumming. I bought one of those. That's the one I want to learn next. What about you, Brendan?
God, I mean, I already play guitar. I used to play electric guitar all the time, and once moving to a city and stuff, I like didn't have an electric guitar and amp, but I do want to get back into an electric guitar and that like rocking out, because it just is. It's a whole different thing. So it honestly feels like it's like a different instrument from the acoustic guitar.
Yeah, that's a cop out, but okay. Well,
okay, what would you like me to say? Like the sousaphone? Like I don't know.
Yeah, you want to play what I play?
No, I actually really don't. I really don't. Maybe the trumpet, because I remember when I was younger, I wanted to play trumpet in band, and my arms were too short. They're probably still too short.
That's
honestly.
a trombone.
Trombone, not trumpet. Oh my god, trombone. That's what I meant.
No,
trombone.
You just embarrassed yourself in front of
all these people.
And I think I saw. I work at this place called Nora in West Hollywood.
And I work at a place called Beauty in Essex. There's actually one in New York as well. It started in New York, named after Essex Street. So, and one in Vegas as well.
I love it.
It's a great restaurant.
Thanks.
Yeah. And I think that the celebrity, I'm just gonna make a question because I thought I saw something along this line. Celebrity I most want to meet.
Really? For you, it's Pink.
Pink.
Yeah.
Pink or Gaga, I think up
Gaga
there.
Gaga would be celebrity I most want to meet. I think Elton John. I would probably die if I met Elton John.
God, the fact that he's like mentoring so many people is
insane.
Like he's like a mentor now to so many people. It's like wow.
Hi, we're here.
Elton.
Do you like the song that he did with Dua Lipa?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
I do. Yeah, it's
he's been killing it. He's like one of the few that's like staying relevant, but also modernizing himself. And I'm like,
but not trying to like be so modern that it's cringy. Like still doing,
like Madonna.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you've probably seen Madonna. You said I've seen TikTok videos and they're terrifying.
Oh,
it's just a little like she's trying very hard. It's just scary.
Or it's like like the Backstreet Boys, like it's like
whatever they came
when they're
back.
trying, but I'm like, It's like you're the Backstreet Men or the Backstreet Dads. Like you
Yeah,
can't even
like-
call yourself the Backstreet
It was
Boys
just
anymore.
weird. Like I always think of it whenever they came back. I remember thinking I was like in Glee. There was like the episode where like the teachers and all the like older like guys started a boy band, and it was like very much that vibe. I was like, this is awkward.
Yeah.
But like, good for them. I'm happy that they're still able to do that. But I think it was like they're called the Backstreet Boys, and they're like literal not boys anymore. And I think that's where the disconnect was. But if they were just like the Backstreet Men,
Backstreet Bros.
Backstreet Bros.
Oh God. How
No.
douchey can you get?
Ew.
The nice guys.
But yeah,
The back grandfathers.
yeah, that would work. But yeah, no. Honestly, like I love that, you know, people can still do their music however they need to. Like, sure, people can judge, but that's what we do. We just step on the stage and hope no one throws a tomato
I love
at
that
us.
Elton's like, God, 80 years old or something like that, like, and still doing it. I want to be 80 and still.
Is he singing?
Yeah,
I don't think he's singing.
No, he's definitely singing. He's done live stuff recently.
Where?
Yeah.
When?
I don't know. He's done it.
Okay.
I've seen videos and stuff. He's still
Okay.
performing.
Got you. I
Have
love
you
him.
guys seen Elton live?
Never.
No, I wish.
Never. There's so many artists I want to see
Yeah.
live. The last live show we did see, though, have you heard of Royal and the Serpent?
No, I have not.
I would check her out.
She's
She's
very
freaking
cool.
dope. She's starting to like really blow up in the alt music scene. Her
Nice.
music is very like dark, but like kind of fun.
Mhm.
And she's like has a really crazy image.
Yeah, she's really
And
cool.
she's dope. So we saw her and Grandson perform together. It was a really dope show. And then there was this New York band that was touring with them called Oxymorons, which were really dope. They were really cool. So yeah, that was a fun show.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
guys, do you have any final words for the room?
Be you.
Be proud, and be loud. And stream our
music.
music.
And stream our music.
And go to our
And
shows.
buy our merch.
And
And,
all that
see
other
us in
stuff.
live.
Yes.
In person.
Fab the Duo, I just want to say thank you so much for coming back on my show.
Thank
It's
you.
so much fun having you guys on the show. Guys, all the info is in the bio right here on IG. Go see them on tour. Buy the merch. Nice Guy music video is coming out tomorrow. Stream the
Yes,
music.
it is.
Music. Support Fab the Duo. They are so incredible.
Yay.
you.
Thank you so much, Ashley.
It's been so much fun.
Yes, guys, come back on whenever you would like. I love chatting with you guys.
Right back at you. Thank you so much. And Colette, yes, we will see you soon.
See you soon. Bye.
Awesome. So
Bye.
already, please make sure to follow my guys, Fab the Duo. Catch them on tour and buy their merch. And if you don't already, please make sure to follow me. I'm Ashley Live. This is Vibin with Ashley Live. And thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful evening. Be kind and support good music. See you guys.
Yay. Bye.